Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Titans, and it's all up next.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tennessee Titans. I'm Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. Well, The Titans back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again.
Mike zero.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. They give it to him again. And he works his way for a gain of 4. They're the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week of recovery as they try to get back out there for a postseason run.
Yeah, Kate, and here's now the key. With that #1 seed and that bye week secured in your pocket, you just do not want to add anybody to that injured list. And that extra week of rest can help anybody, get back out there. What a lift for the postseason.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Room to the right. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Hand off to the back. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. About 4 yards on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down for him.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anything.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to...
The Titans and their running back about to get back to work. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Both teams... We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got 3rd and 8. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go.
Back to the well again. Jukes one defender, and he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. Oh, no, he hits the sideline. An ill-fortunate run, loses yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
1st down and more, past the 40. Into the red zone. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a 2nd quarter lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Titans returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you could go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Mo. What do you read it?
They'll run here on 1st down. Escapes a defender. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Titans parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot. But on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go...
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series.
Like 54.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Up the sideline, past the 45. Along this sideline, inside the 25. Dives for the pylon, and that's a touchdown. The Titans get more points to end a lopsided first half. Oh, baby! He got loose, and after a few steps, there was nothing they could do to stop him. That, Brock, is the definition of a home run play.
You know, and when you go to draft, sign, or trade for a skill guy, you want him to have that kind of threat, that kind of breakaway speed. You don't always have to be a full...
This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine
Dude, I
that
totally
they are
got
hoping to respond with something similar.
50-plus yard rushing touchdown wearing Jordans. It's not giving me the,
They got to give their defense a chance to catch
giving it to me.
and turn some of the momentum in the building.
The play clock's getting down there, so Brian Callahan signals for time. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Levis now on first down. Setting up the screen. Has some daylight through the 40. Dukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Like 54.
First down, and they go right back to him. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. Gets in, touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans push their lead further to start the half. And he's done it so many times before in just this game, Brock. There he is again, in the end zone, leading that celebration.
I think they're running out of ways to celebrate.
I think so, too.
Right? They work.
This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out.
Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Like 0.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans put up even more points in a win. There's time to chide him about poor tackling later, Brock.
And I probably will.
And you probably will. Coach probably will give him an earful about it as well. But let's not let the missed tackle take away from excellent effort he had on that run.
Yeah, it really was his effort to force that missed tackle. Okay, I think that's the key, and open the door for that touchdown. As soon as he slipped that stop, his mind was focused on one thing and one thing only, the end zone.
Like 13.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Keanu Benton on the tackle. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Juke the defender. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Titans continue piling it on here in the 4th. He saw that running lane pretty early, you could tell. A quick burst got him to it, through it, and then into a foot race down the field.
And there's the challenge defensively. With a group that has this much speed and athleticism, you're late for just a second. You lose your eyes for just a second, Kate, and he is gone once he touched the second level.
Like 54.
On first down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Breaks the tackle, still going. Through the 35. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
54, like 50.
Going to the ground again on first. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Titans keep running away with this. Well, that one might not sit so well with everybody down on the field. Heck, maybe some of his own guys, too. But he had a chance at a touchdown as time expired, Brock, and it was just too much for him to resist.
Yeah, it probably will ruffle some of the older school feathers down on the sidelines, but for a lot of the guys coming into this league each year, they're used to it. If there's time left, if you're trying to score, you're going to want to eat, no matter what the game situation is, and they used every last second available.
It's the AFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Tennessee. It's the Ravens and the Titans under the lights on Sunday night.
Just a tick under 70,000 packed in here at Nissan Stadium. Not a seat to be had as playoff football and certainly playoff fever have descended upon the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sport. The Titans offense set to go to work here in this AFC title game. And the focus of the offense all season long has been this man, their star running back. He has been exceptional.
The thing I really like about his game is his ability to shift into whatever is needed on any given carry. Does he need to be fast to the corner? Does he need to be bruising inside? He's a chameleon as a running back, and that's said in the most positive sense.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Well, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Titans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Muscles him off. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Oh, able to avoid him. Down the sideline he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next.
Now the Titans getting set to go. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Levis to throw it. Incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And gets by him, and now a little daylight.
Wrap up.
Still moving. How did he stay on his feet? Touchdown, Titans. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 199 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. There he goes again. And into the end. Touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The Titans offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 38-yard line. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Levis looking to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards.
And the Titans have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The Titans are AFC champions. Thanks for watching, everybody, and good night.
Yo, what's up, baby? Congratulations. I just saw the news, man. MVP. Well-deserved. Way to go out there and play lights out. You earned it. Keep standing on business.
Hey, man, I saw the news. Saw that you won Offensive Player of the Year. I just want to say congratulations to you and your family. What a great year. Keep balling, keep grinding, and just know next year, I'm getting that award. I don't care what anybody says. All right, good luck, though. Enjoy that.
What up, my guy? This is exactly what we talked about when you were drafted. Offensive Rookie of the Year, you flat out balled from start to finish, and this is only the beginning. Can't wait to see more.
Hey, man, congratulations on making it to the biggest game of the season. You know, this is the only game that matters. And in this game, I need you to give everything that you got, like your life depends on it, for your family, for the organization, for the last name on the back of your jersey. I need you to believe that, all right? So good luck, ball out, and we'll be watching.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Titans and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott Brockheward calling this contest for you, and right now, we're putting the secondaries on notice. Here's the handoff. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They give it to him again. Broke through the tackle. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a 6-0 lead right away. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
The gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Back-to-back carries here. Jukes one defender. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. Dodges the tackle, and he's in. Touchdown. The Titans get 6 more on their early advantage. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively.
Hand off to the back. Brushes him off with ease. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
He breaks a tackle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
He still has room inside the 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Trying again from the 2. It's second and goal. Another carry for him. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Titans grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going...
They'll run here on first down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans will add to their lead at the end of the half. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but, man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over...
Lone back gets the handoff. Breaks through, and he might break away. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. Bullays his way in for the touchdown. The Titans push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job.
They'll run it from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
When you call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
Handoff now from the gun. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Levis now against the blitz. Dumped off to his running back. Again, he's got room. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Titans make it a two-possession game here in the fourth. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores. Levis here on first down. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he reaches the 35 before going out. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. Continuing to move past the 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
On first down, they'll run. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, here's a handoff. Works his way to the 35. Escapes a defender. Cuts it left, and now he's in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans stretch it to a 2-score game in the fourth. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Give now to the running back. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Tossing right to the short side. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Pickup of 0 on the play, and that leaves them with 4th and 6.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football?
Commissioner Goodell to the podium to award the Lombardi Trophy to the Tennessee Titans, your champions of Super Bowl 59. So that's a wrap on another incredible year of NFL coverage here on EA Sports. It was a memorable and very fun first year in the booth for myself and my partner in crime here, Mr. Brock Heward. Until next season, I'm Kate Scott. Thanks for joining us, everybody, and good night from New Orleans.
Yo, Diggs. What's up, dog? Just won a Super Bowl, my man. Just won a Super Bowl, baby. Man, thanks for joining in, but I am actually going to hang it up after that win. I got to make some breakfast for my kids, so yeah, dude. Hop in next time. I'll probably be on later today, but yeah, man. I'll let you later. Thanks, brother.